Welcome to the Friday Afternoon Music Mix. I'm here every Friday afternoon, or most every Friday afternoon from 2 to 4 o'clock p.m. You're listening to 91.7 FM KSVR Mount Vernon, simulcasting on 90.1 FM KSVU Hamilton Concrete, and of course streaming live. And we welcome our streamers at ksvr.org. I have got a very special guest with me here today. I'm just real excited, and I'm going to turn both of your microphones on here to make sure. I think you're tuned in now, Cary.
Hi there.
Yeah, good. You're on the air. I've got my headphones on, so I can, and I watch the meters here. Cary Morin is now in Boulder, Colorado. I remember, or are you in Fort Collins?
We're in Fort Collins.
Fort Collins,
just down the road from
just
Boulder.
down the road in a very beautiful little historic Victorian town. If I remember, I haven't been there in about 15 years, but a great place to be.
We like it there very much.
I can imagine. Cary has got a show tonight at Conway Muse, which is a great place. You're going to go over and see Alpha, Gisela.
Exactly, yeah. I look forward to seeing it for the first time.
Oh, it's quite the place. Out in the middle of nowhere, but it is absolutely quite the place. Skagit County is one of their great places. That and the Lincoln and a couple of others are really, really good places. I met Cary October of 2017.
Yep.
At the Amazing Folk Music Conference that's held every year. Last year it was in Bellevue, Washington, and I think this October it's going to be in Los Angeles.
You know, I haven't really stayed up on the regional thing. We usually go to the international one, which has typically been held in Kansas City.
Oh, okay.
This year they're going to have it up in Canada and Toronto, I think.
Montreal.
That was my wife, Celeste.
Celeste, yes, and I'm forgive me for not introducing
That's
you, Celeste.
Quite all right.
Celeste is the one who does all of his booking, and she contacted me after we had talked last year and said the next time he comes anywhere near here, please have him come in and talk with me and on the radio. And also, both of you mentioned before I first came in addition to the show at Conway Muse, 7:30 this evening, you've got a new album, I think you said, coming out as well, too.
Indeed, I do. It's an album that we've been working on for, almost a year now, and finally got it done, and we're really happy with it.
That's great.
It's going to be called When I Rise, and it'll come out sometime in November.
October 26th.
Oh, she's got that date.
Yeah, I wasn't even close. October 26th.
That's great. Good. Well, I sure want to have a copy of it when you guys get that done. I'm anxious to hear it. I've got a good pile of them sitting over on the corner, and one of my favorites of your CDs that you put together is Tiny Town.
Oh, good.
I do. I like that one a lot. I
Good.
think that's got a lot of good music on it, for sure. Would you like to play something live? Because you got your guitar sitting right here on your lap. And
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I like that. What are you thinking that you'll play?
I'm going to do a tune called Laid Back.
Okay, that sounds great. This is my special guest, Cary Morin.
I hope you can hear this. I'm gonna take my old wagon across the railroad track with a bamboo pole and a gunny sack sitting in the shade, all laid back. That's what I'm gonna do. I live here all my life, right where I was supposed to be. Didn't know growing up who I was gonna be. Brother, I'm here to tell you, you'll never meet another brother like me. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my old wagon across the railroad tracks pole and a gunny sack. Spend the rest of my days all laid back. That's what I'm gonna do. I got half a mind to stay right here, don't you know it's true? That's alright with me, that's okay with you. Spend the rest of my days all laid back. That's what I'm gonna do. There's gonna be some mighty big fishes underneath them bridges. Better make sure you bring along the right kind of midges for all them big old fishes underneath them bridges. Gonna take my old wagon across railroad tracks with a bamboo pole and a gunny sack, sitting in the shade all laid back. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's great, Cary. Thank you
Something
so
like
much. That's great. Is this from the new album?
Well, no, that's from the current album.
The latest one.
Yeah, the latest album.
And what was that? I've got a bunch of them right here. I was trying to look and see if I had that one. Of course, I've listened to them all at one time or another.
It's the, well, you don't have it.
I don't. Huh?
Huh.
Yeah, I've got Together. I've got Tiny Town.
Yeah, this one's called Cradle to the Grave. I'll
Yeah.
get. I'll
you know
make
what?
sure you have one.
I may have it here in the library. Sometimes, when the DJs get to use them, they don't put them back where they're supposed to. So let me check on that.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. If I don't, I'll have you send it to me with the new one then.
Well, yeah, I'll just walk out into the parking lot and hand deliver it.
That's even better. That's great. Are you on tour right now?
Mm-hmm. Well, sort of. It's a tour. It's maybe a 3-year. We've got to get back to Colorado for a festival out there, but I'm going to play the Port Townsend Acoustic Blues Festival for a couple of days.
Good.
Here, and we're pretty excited about that.
Is that this weekend?
It's all week.
Next week.
Yeah.
All next week. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been over to that festival. That sounds like that'll be a lot of fun.
I have friends that have played it. It'll be the first time I've been there, though.
That's great. It's a beautiful little Victorian town. You'll like it a lot.
We did stop by there last fall.
Good.
And hung out for a couple of days. Yeah, it's, when my dad, he was a younger guy, he was stationed here.
We're in Everett. Was he in the Navy?
He was in the Air Force.
Oh, in the Air Force.
Yeah. So I remember coming out this way, man, when I was like 4 or 5 years old. We go camping around here. I know that we went camping in Port Angeles, and we might have stayed in Port Townsend.
Right.
My memory doesn't go that
Both
far back.
over on the Olympic Peninsula.
Right.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I want to tell people, too, that although you live in Colorado, you're originally from Montana.
Correct.
What particular area there?
I was born in Billings, but I spent most of my time growing up in Great Falls.
In Great Falls area?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Beautiful areas. They really are.
Yeah, we spent all of the last 2 days driving around in Montana to get here. Yeah, and wow. I left there when I was, I think, 16 or 17 is when I graduated from high school, moved to Colorado pretty much immediately.
Right.
And I try to get back to Montana as often as I can, but that area and around here, man, it's just so beautiful.
It is beautiful.
It brings back great memories to
Yeah.
make that drive.
I moved here after 18 years in the desert, and I felt like I jumped off the moon.
I'll bet.
Yeah, it was incredible.
It's like 120 down there today,
It is.
probably.
I don't even think about it. Our air conditioning went out in the studio, and all three of us are sitting here just kind of trying to be as quiet as we can because it's pretty warm in here as well. You want to do another song for us?
Sure.
That sounds great. What are you thinking?
I'll do the title cut from the current album. This is called Cradle to the Grave.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Sure. Watch over me, come down low. Watch over me, for I'm only a child. I'll never make my way in this world all alone. Seek what I crave. Life's a short walk from the cradle to the grave. Take a walk with me, stay forever by my side. Walk with me, Jesus, with a love I cannot hide. Stay close to me. We'll plant a seed in the wild, so I can be saved. Life's a slow walk from the cradle to the grave. Watch over me, we'll come down low. Watch over me, for I'm only a child. I'll never make my way in this world all alone. Seek what I crave. Life's a slow walk from the cradle to the grave. Life's a slow walk from the cradle to the grave.
That's great, Cary. Thank you so much.
Of course.
I wish this is time when you wish you were on television so people could see how amazing a finger picker you are.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, you are one of the best that I've ever seen, and I've been in Nashville an awful lot, and when I saw you last year at Far West, I was just like, oh my God, this guy's incredible. It's really
thanks.
wild. What guitar have you got with you? I guess I'm just far enough away I can't read any name on it.
There is none. This is a Michael Bashkin guitar. He's a luthier from Fort Collins.
Really?
Yeah. Look up his guitars at michaelbashkin.com. They're really fantastic. He's
Incredible.
He's known for doing really ornate work.
Uh-huh.
And we talked about this guitar for, I don't know, a little over a year before he started building it. And he just asked me a lot of questions about what I like and what I don't like. And he came up with this one. And
How's it look, everybody out there? You'll have to come down and see it tonight.
Yes, they will. This is an amazing guitar. It's beautiful.
It's a prototype. Michael designed it with Cary. He'd never made one quite like it before, so it is a prototype.
Yeah, this is the only one.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
It's got a wonderful sound to it, doesn't it? It's
Well,
really-
yeah, it all turned out great. I was a little worried because I had no idea what it was going to be. You know, I've been playing the same guitars for over 10 years.
Uh-huh.
And, yeah, after you play something for that long, you get pretty comfortable with it and get to know
Right.
it really well. And so just to buy a guitar without ever having played it before is something I've never done.
I can imagine. Yeah, and especially when you're talking a handmade guitar that's not jump chains that you're throwing out for it either.
Exactly, but he really knocked it out of the park with this one. I'm so happy. I don't want to play anything else ever.
Incredible. Were you using Fenders or Gibsons before that?
We were using Taylor guitars.
Oh, you were using Taylor, which
Yeah.
is also an excellent guitar.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like I said, I played him for so long. I just knew him really well. I always travel with two of those,
Uh-huh.
and I still have them. And I still travel with them too. But I just love this guitar so much. I hardly ever pick one.
Put
of
it
those
down.
up. Yeah.
That's great. Did you have that at Far West last fall?
This one, no.
I didn't think so.
No, this
I-
one I've only had for a couple of months now.
I was going to say, it did not look like what I remembered seeing you play on stage at Far West. Yeah, it's great. From here, then, you're going to stick around for a couple of days and go over to Port Townsend next week.
Yeah, we'll be there all week long.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm going to teach some workshops while I'm there.
Good.
And do a couple of different performances.
Good. Well,
And,
our audience needs to know that you're going to be over there, too, because a lot of people from here will go to all the local festivals.
I've heard it's a nice bike ride.
I
to get over there.
suspect it would be. It depends on whether you want to go to the ferry or go around Robin Hood's barn, as I call it, around through Olympia. I also want to point out, very importantly, that Cary will be playing tonight at 7:30 p.m. at Conway Muse in Conway, Washington. And I have never met Alpha. I've talked to a lot of people that have come in for the interviews, that they're playing in the evening, but it's never worked out where I've been there at the same time she has been. So
Well, maybe she's listening right now.
I hope she is. I absolutely hope she is, and then I'll make that an introduction to her in the near future.
Sure.
Would you like to do one last song for us before you go out the door?
Sure.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Well, this is a tune that's on the upcoming album, and it's called Lay Baby Lay.
Sounds great.
Lay, baby, lay. Lay beneath the sycamore tree. Think about the time we made songs here, just you and me. We travel across the countryside and search for whatever we might find. No place to be no more, we're still happy. Yes, we are. Lay, baby, lay. Lay beneath this sycamore tree. Think about the time we made songs here, just you and me. Lovers through the decades, they all found a rhyme. Made sweet music beneath these branches and these vines. No place to be no more, we're still happy. Yes, we are. Lay, baby, lay. Lay beneath the sycamore tree. Think about the time we made songs here, just you and me. I don't know if I'll ever be here again. If I played here alone in the cold and lonesome wind, no place to be no more, we're still happy. Lay, baby, lay. And there you have it.
Fantastic, Cary. Thank you so much. That's a great song. I like that a lot. I'm looking forward to hearing that new album.
Yeah, thanks. This album was produced by the guy who was the original bass player for a band called Spyro Gyra,
Oh, yeah.
which was one of my favorite bands when I was a child. And I was a big fan of all kinds of jazz bands back in those days. And I met him. His name is Kim Stone. He was living in Pueblo, Colorado at the time, and this is like 20 years ago. And I used to go down there and play this club down there for like 5 days a month. And he'd always come in with his wife and check out the shows. And I saw him at a concert, 20 years later, and he said, "Hey, if you ever need any help with anything, just let me know." So I called him in on it, and said, "Hey, can you produce my new CD?" So he did, and we recorded it at E-Town Studio in Boulder, and we're just really, really happy with the new one.
That's great. What you don't hear much about Spyro Gyra anymore, but I remember that in the 70s and the 80s.
I think that they're still together. He was with a bunch of other notable jazz bands too. I think probably the most well-known one besides Spyro Gyra was the Rippingtons.
The Rippingtons.
Yeah,
okay. That one I hadn't heard of, but Spyro Gyra certainly.
Sure. And anyway, I think Spyro Gyra is still out there touring around, but he is playing with friends of ours in Colorado, and we rounded them all up, and they came in and helped me record some of the songs, about half the songs on the album, and then the rest of them I just do solo like I always do.
Perfect. Let's talk about that album. The title of it is going to be called
When I Rise.
When I Arrive, and I think Celeste said October 26th is the release date on
Correct, yeah, When I Rise. And you can...
Oh, When I Rise, excuse me.
Yeah,
okay.
You can stay up on what's going on with that recording and all the other ones, too, on my website.
At Cary Morin, and that's CaryMorin.com.
Correct.
And Cary will be playing tonight at Conway Muse at 7:30 p.m. And then I didn't know, and I'm so thrilled to tell you that he will be at Port Townsend Music Festival all next week, playing and giving workshops. And you're very kind, Celeste. Thank you.
To working, traveling, touring musicians, we appreciate the heck out of you guys. Thanks so much.
Well, you've got an open invitation, even on short notice. I'll just clear my calendar next time you want to come.
All right, well, we'll see you after lunch.
That sounds real good. Let's play a little Tom Petty, and I'll get you guys packed up and out the door, okay?